Shabbat Shalom, Shana Tova. Two years ago, at the age of 52, Ketanji Brown Jackson became the first black woman appointed to the United States Supreme Court. She's been doing a speaking tour promoting her memoir, and I bought her book, lovely one. It provides insight into her life from her early childhood with her parents and grandparents to when she considered being an actress, thank you, and a reporter. Through the process, she discovered that she loved the truth that the study of law provided, and she worked hard to hone her craft. The book she wrote describes her career track through her appointment to the Supreme Court. She describes how she's displayed a poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow in every office where she's ever worked. The poem, The Ladder of St. Augustine, has served as her guiding principle. There are two stanzas in particular that she highlights. We have not wings, we cannot soar, but we have feet to scale and climb. By slow degrees, by more and more, the cloudy summits of our time. The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night. She talks about how, in order to be successful, it takes hard work. She knew she could work hard, and she made a promise to herself at a young age that she would be successful if she worked harder than everyone else. Hard work has become the professional brand of her life. And as she says, you can't always control whether you're the smartest person in the room, but you can commit to being the hardest worker. I contend that most, if not all of us, in this room are very hard workers. Whether it's working hard in school to achieve good grades, working hard to be the best soccer, tennis, or pickleball player that you can be, or working hard at your career to achieve your goals that you've established for yourself. Worthwhile goals require hard work. We know success does not come easily. It takes hard work and persistence. And success is ultimately the layering of many smaller accomplishments. Working hard at everything we do is hardwired into us. It's part of our Jewish values. Our teens can tell you we give it our all when we're preparing for our B'nai Mitzvah. Our volunteers can attest it's a labor of love and hard work when they're working in the garden. And our Kiddush crew are hard at work preparing for Kiddush luncheon many Friday mornings. We're all working hard. In fact, one big reason the Jewish Center has been successful for 75 years is because those that came before us have worked hard. In a time where many conservative synagogues are struggling, our hard work is paying off. This is a direct result of the hard work of our clergy, our staff, our lay leadership, and all our volunteers and members. We are thrilled to have reached our pre-COVID membership level of 500 families. We are still gathering and assessing historical data, but it appears that the average age of our congregants has become younger over the last 5 years. This is trending in the right direction. I am so proud of the many, many things that we have accomplished this year. We run more than 800 services, programs, classes, workshops, lectures, clubs, study groups, and more throughout the year. We have an award-winning Kiddush crew with 50-plus members that prepare our fabulous Kiddush lunches. We offer coffee in the main lobby at all our services. We'd love you to join us for services. Friday evenings, we often have musicians with us, and Saturday mornings, we're happy to have you join us for the whole service, part of the service, or as Rabbi Mero says, JFK, just for Kiddush. We want you here. We recently had our grand opening of the Java Nagila Cafe. Come gather in our outer lobby. It's over there. Come gather in our outer lobby, build community, make friends, sip a cappuccino, read a book, or use your computer. You can even meet your friends to make beautiful music together. There's a fabulous coffee setup and very nice artwork. It's open every day, we are, with the exception of Shabbat, and that's when you get your coffee in the main lobby. So we've also spruced up outside in anticipation of the high holidays. We planted mums, we power washed the building, the patio and entrance. We repainted the lines in the parking lots. We repaired the broken light bollards outside, and we added several lights at the top of the building to light the paths at night. For those of you that walk up the path from the lower parking lot, you may have noticed we replaced the rotted arbor and cut back the overgrown hedges. We fixed up the teen lounge. The teens feel comfortable there and now happily use the space, and they've given us rave reviews. We spruced up our main lobby with furnishings from Princeton University that make it feel more welcoming, and we've expanded our lobby minyan. We added and updated most of the lighting throughout the building. We repaired the Bet Midrash ark doors and the ark in the sanctuary to safely hold all our Torahs. We have a wonderful library that's been updated, organized, and cataloged. We continue to discuss our long-range planning, and based on what we've heard, we added flexibility to our current building floor plan and are figuring out our future needs. We held the Hero Israel program in support of Israel. We sold 118 quarts of homemade hummus. The ADL came to teach us how to handle the rise in anti-Semitism, and we held a Solidarity Shabbat. With the help of the Jewish Center, Barak and Alexandra Bar-Cohn started the Israel Impact Fund after October 7th. Through it, we have been supporting the rebuilding of Kibbutz Holit, and as a gift of our partnership in the rebuilding, they gave us the mezuzah that was burned during the attack on Israel. It's installed in that door frame. We also have a sister synagogue in Israel, Mogen Avraham, and have had several Zoom meetings with them and shared in holiday celebrations. Most recently, we sent them high holiday greeting cards that were written by more than 100 of our religious school children and congregants. Many of us participated in the weekly vigils in Palmer Square and on the Princeton campus in support of Israel. We marched on Washington and went to explore our American civil rights history in Alabama and Georgia. We purchased new computers for the staff. This was probably long overdue. We honored our life and legacy pledge makers. On Hanukkah, we sang in Palmer Square with the whole community. In the fall, we planted daffodils in Palmer Square, establishing the first and only Holocaust memorial in Princeton. More than 100 people participated by planting bulbs. And in March, 150 of us were witness to the dedication of this beautiful daffodil garden with the moving ceremony in memory of the 1.5 million children killed in the Holocaust, with the unveiling of a permanent stone marker. Throughout the year, we played mahjong, bridge, and chess. We enjoyed a terrific Hanukkah game night. We learned from our congregants in the Great Mind Salons, and we learned from guests about trauma, Moses and the ancient Greek lawgivers, Judaism in Christian art, our prayer book, Abraham Joshua Heschel, and other topics. We provided security training. Boulders have been installed and we have a new loudspeaker system. We will soon have planters and benches as well, all through a government grant that we received. And we will have a security vestibule, which has been donated by a very generous congregant. We organized our available cemetery plots. If you are interested in purchasing, please see Joel Berger. We've held blood drives, food drives, and backpack drives. We celebrated marriages, baby namings, conversions, b'nai mitzvahs, birthdays, and anniversaries together. We held monthly Shabbat under the stars, cocktails in the courtyard, and kiddush lunches every week. We toured the Frank Lloyd Wright Beth Shalom Synagogue and visited the mikveh. We participated in the Worldwide Wrap, an initiative for all Jews across the world to lay tefillin. We hosted several art shows in our lobby gallery. We had a Big Apple bake-off, a Kugel Olympics, and several barbecues. We had ice cream at Thomas Sweet. We've been visited by ice cream trucks on our campus and enjoyed Rita's Ices. And we've eaten lots of pizza. Our men's club built and the Jewish Center women decorated 3 sukkahs. We shared lots of meals in them, and we are about to do that again. Join us Sunday morning at 9 o'clock to help us build and decorate this year's sukkahs. We prepared and handed out Shalach Banot bags to the congregation, enjoyed a Purim carnival, hosted a Purim mystery night, sold our hummus to the mayor, and shared a Pesach dinner. We started a luncheon group for our members who are over the age of 85 called Let's Do Lunch. We provide entertainment, the desserts, and drinks. Our seniors bring their own lunch. And we started the TJC Tot Spot, a group for parents and their children under the age of 3. We had a terrific Havdalah new member event at the Hoberman Martinez home and a beautiful brunch for our older new members at the Friedman Heft home and garden. We've seen movies together, heard scholars and politicians. We even made bricks together for Yom HaShoah. We've been meeting with the local schools to educate the faculty, staff, and students about anti-Semitism. We celebrated Israel's 76th birthday. We successfully cruised into our next 75 years at our anniversary cruise gala, where we celebrated and honored our past and all that have helped make TJC what it is today. We received a license from the state to run raffles, which we used at our gala. Town Topics even helped us celebrate with an article featuring our 75-year anniversary. We recently leased our meat kitchen to the Center for Jewish Life on Princeton University's campus as they undergo a major kitchen renovation. We received an $18,000 donation from Jewish Center Women. This very generous gift will be used towards renovating our building. We're looking into possibly renovating our dairy kitchen, meat kitchen, social hall, and our lobby. They could all use some help. We cleaned up our yard so we present nicely on Nassau Street, and to our neighbors' delight, we cut down trees that were dead or infected by the ash borer. We provided rides to people in need. We do weekly yoga together, Shabbat meditation, Torah study, monthly Nashan Drash, Torah on tap, and hold many study groups. We have a new governance committee headed by Phil Karchman. The committee has been charged with reviewing our bylaws and governance structure to determine how to best meet the needs of our congregation now and into the future, and to assure continuity of leadership. Randy Brett will head a new restricted funds committee to review the more than 30 restricted funds we have to make sure the assets are used according to the intentions of the giver. We're hoping to grow our volunteer base. We're asking everyone to commit 1 hour per month, more if you can. The Jewish Center hosted the Mercer County Board of Rabbis and the Jewish Federation of Greater Mercer Bucks in a community-wide celebration of Slichot with a very spirited concert. And later this month, we will be hosting 2 crafts programs in our new crafts room. This has been a very successful year for the Jewish Center. Our cruise gala netted more than $180,000. We raised more money for this event than we ever did before. Thank you. We created the Israel Impact Fund and raised more than $650,000. Again, thank you. And I'm proud to say we passed a balanced budget for this year at our annual meeting. This all took dedicated, hard work by many, many people. As Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson teaches us, in the words of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, we have been toiling upward in the night. Our results speak for themselves. So here's the deal. Only 45% of our operating funds come from annual dues. The rest needs to be raised. And we can only accomplish what we do because of the added generosity of those of you who donate to the annual fund. This past year, we exceeded our $305,000 annual fund goal. Thank you to the 1/3 of our membership that generously gave to the annual fund. Imagine the impact we could have if everyone contributed a meaningful gift. It's time to make that happen. The truth is, if we as Jewish people don't support our synagogue, who will? Who will? It's on all of us to keep the Jewish Center going. It's so important to have a Jewish presence in this community, especially in times when the Jewish community is experiencing such increased anti-Semitism and outside pressures. Last year, I stood up here and said we intended to raise $750,000 for our 75th anniversary. Some doubted our capacity, but we raised more than $650,000 last year, not quite $750,000, but more than we had ever raised before. And if we add in the additional money that we raised for Israel, we raised more than $1.3 million last year. So I stand before you again today. This year, let's do it. Let's raise $750,000. We can and must do so to ensure not just our survival, but our excellence. It's important for us to dream big, so we can be proud of our building and its grounds, so we can offer wonderful lectures, programs, and classes, so we can have a world-class religious school, so we can pay competitive, fair wages to our staff while still providing weekly Kiddush lunches, Shabbat dinners, and everything else we do. Please be generous. It's up to us to support our synagogue. You know, the long list of accomplishments you just heard are now part of our history. It's time to prepare for our future. Let's continue working hard together to make the Jewish Center our sanctuary, our community center, and our home. In appreciation of our past and in anticipation of our incredible future, a big thank you to all of you and our clergy, our staff, our maintenance teams, and our security teams for your part in making the Jewish Center a very special place to be. Our annual fund letter will be mailed next week. Please make a meaningful donation. I hope we can count on each and every one of you to participate by giving an amount that is meaningful to you. David and I wish you and your families a very happy new year. May it be written and may it be sealed that you have a new year that brings good health, fulfillment, happiness, and peace, all of life's blessings. And may Israel and the Mideast live in peace, and may the hostages come home. Shabbat Shalom and Gamar Katima Tova.